Finally. The season's over. I can enjoy a walk through the Yorkshire Dales with me and the family. Some sheep, trees, a babbling brook to break up the silence. Reminds me of Norfolk. Apart from the cliffs and stuff, it's actually quite hilly here. What do you mean? What? Why? Why have I got more games? What do you mean we made the playoffs? We were meant to get relegated. Everyone said we're going to get relegated. We've made the playoffs? Oh, seriously? God damn it. Hello everybody and welcome back to FM2020 with me DW1. That is right, we have made the playoffs by quite a comfortable margin in the end, 8 points. We are 5th in the division, meaning we will be playing QPR in the playoffs. It was coming up this Saturday, I believe. It hasn't given the fixtures yet, but I know when it's next Saturday. It always is next Saturday. Quick little catch up on how the season's gone. If you haven't been watching since the start, we started off very, very poorly with a good 5 games in a row where we did not score a goal, conceded at least 1 goal in all of them games, and we were destined to get relegated. We were at the bottom of the table, and we all thought, this is not good. Out of the Carabao Cup to a League 2 side as well. It was brutal. But since then, we've slowly been turning around the form. And when October hit, we hit our stride, having a perfect October, winning Manager of the Month award as well. November was a little bit ups and down. December has been solid. January was action-packed and it was ups and downs throughout. February, yet again, a solid start to the month and we tailed off at the end of it. But since here, February the 21st, we have not lost a game at all when it comes to this season, when it comes to the league form, should I say. Meaning we're in the playoffs, and quite comfortably as well. Since last episode, we have played Rochdale. We beat them 1-0, Max Saunders with the goal. Then we played Forest Green, a team that is already promoted. Game done. Mooney scored in that goal, which broke a not scoring in a few games little snap, which is excellent to see. Mark Lake was sent off, then they had a player sent off. It's a pretty dull affair, that one. And we've just drew 2-2 to Luton to confirm that we are in the playoffs. Kington and Mooney scoring in that one, so Mooney's got back-to-back goals. And as we know, he scores in batches. He's a very streaky striker, so easier for me to say. So, let's get to the game. We will be playing QPR. It says unknown at the moment. It'll be QPR, because that's the way that the playoff format works. We'll get to the deciding what the team's going to be very quickly. If you don't know about training, I've gone in, I've done specialist training just for this game. I know the game's going to be there, because I think that's pretty much how the game does it. Yeah, here we go then. It has been confirmed in that the 11th of May is our next game, which is in 3 days' time. We were right with the training. It is perfectly lined up. I made a pretty good educated guess. We've done a lot of tactical work. We've done a lot of defending set pieces. We've done a little bit of attacking set pieces. We had a light week. We haven't tried to stress them out too much when it comes to training as well, because it is the back end of the season and we really have pushed this team. You'll also see Lloyd Edge. He's a new signing. He's a freebie. We picked up as a goalkeeper just as a young prospect to try and develop. I mainly picked him up because he's got good determination, good personality, and I think he might develop into a solid little backup option for us. And he was free, and he's on like £200 a week. So, yeah, that's just a cheaper option. Because I did notice, this is the weirdest thing in the world, this. I just have to show this off. Will Jääskeläinen is wanted, which is all well and good. He's our backup goalkeeper. He's arguably our best goalkeeper. He's not exactly great, though. He's wanted by Manchester City. Now, it's not even like a minor interest. It's a major interest from Manchester City. He's not a League One goalkeeper, let alone Premier League. And if we look at Manchester City, and we look at their players, and we get a senior squad, and we look at goalkeepers, their backup goalkeeper's worth 21 million. So, why do they want Jääskeläinen? I don't know. We'll have to find out on that one. So yeah, well hopefully Manchester City will come and spend way too much money on Jääskeläinen and we get some money for him. And we have a cheap goalkeeper for that. So yeah, with that all weirdness out of the way, let's get to the game Let's get to the first playoff game of this episode. The only playoff game of this episode, should I say. There's going to be a two-parter, this one. Here we go then. Semi-final leg 1 at home to QPR, who are in poor form. They were doing better than us in the league, and then they had a really, really poor last month, which is interesting, but we're going into the form guide the better side, so we have a real chance to put some pressure on QPR here, not York City. Putting some pressure on QPR. Team selection wise, I think we have a little bit of a conundrum. We do. We have a little bit of a conundrum because you have picked up a knock. I'm not 100% happy about that. So we're going to put Harry Pearce in the middle. Are you Harry? You are Harry, yeah. In the middle of the three centre-backs, even though he's very short and he can't header a football. We're just going to get on with that. Coyle is going to go in this role. I'm not going to play Scott because I want to play Mark. Oh, I can't play Mark Lake. He's suspended still from that red card. That's bad news, Bears. We have to play Scott in here. We're going to miss Mark Lake's industrial workload in this position. He does do a lot of damage for us. We're going to start with Mooney and McFarlane up top. I am going to put Jack on the bench though for somebody somewhere. Who should we not have on the bench? Diddy is not going to be on the bench. We will have Jack on the bench instead. Langford's out with a little injury as well. Been a little bit bad. I would like to drop Mooney in this game because, as we've spoken about a few seasons ago, he doesn't feel comfortable in big matches, and this is pretty much a big match. So, with that being said, is Jack comfortable in big matches? Does he relish big matches? He doesn't particularly care, I don't think. No, he doesn't particularly care about big matches. I'm going to go through the squad very quickly to see if I can find anyone who relishes big matches or enjoys big matches, because they will be playing if that's the case. Well, I've been through, and the only two players you actually want to play in this game is Baines and Saunders. Saunders, in fact, thrives in these situations. That is one of his biggest bonuses, and being that, I might actually start playing him a little bit more often because he could be an integral part of our team in these bigger matches. The only two players you don't particularly enjoy, or the three players I should say, is Mooney, Davis and Oliver, meaning I wouldn't mind playing Fontanelli on his right hand side. Just to break that up, I'm going to have to play Oliver, and I might drop Mooney for Roper or Jack. Roper or Jack. They're both pretty much got identical form. We're going to go with Liam Roper up top as we try and lead into the ways of having big matches players, not playing those who don't feel comfortable in these situations. Roper hasn't performed greatly in training, but we're going to have to get on with that and ignore it. I'm a little bit nervous ahead of this one. Standard formation for us up against the 4-2-3-1. Tom Bradshaw up top. He used to be absolutely lights out on FIFA career mode. He's worth 2.9 million and he's on like 10.5k a week. That's a lot of money. The most we can pay a player is about 4k, so... And he's worth probably more than my team, probably more than my starting 11. So, yeah, it's going to be an uphill battle against a very, very competent side. They have lost 3 of the last 5, though, so we're going to try and pile on the misery if we can. And we have faith in the boys. There's no real pressure on these at all. Pressure's off today, boys. There's no need to be too much. We've made it to a situation where many people didn't think. Obviously, before the season, we had predicted 17th. After that first month, everyone had us written off to get relegated. We're going to go through all of the team opposition instructions to make sure they're set up. Let's get kickoff underway then. QPR from right to left in their white and blue traditional striped top. Us in the red and blue, red and burgundy, shooting from left to right. Oh, playoff finals. Semi-final, should I say, not final, but... We're at home for the first one, the community ground. I did just have a little... So I'd done the Google Maps intro thing first. The ground... Oh, they've just scored. Oh, my word. That didn't take long, did it? 5 minutes. 5 minutes for Johan Barbet to score the goal. Balls. We're going to be up against it this game. They are a good side. We've made the playoffs, and that's wonderful, but I would like to try and get to the playoff finals, because that's lots and lots of money. promotion's probably not ideal, but we'll take it. We're getting battered. We are getting utterly balanced. We need to go to balance. We need to try and calm this game down. Here's Kington to Saunders. I haven't forgot my thought. I will continue in a minute. Headed away easy. Now it's Chair. Driving forward on his right-hand side. Shaughnessy. Hall. Now Samuel on the right-hand side. Back to Shaughnessy. Now Siberni. I don't know how to say it. Morgan, the main man, who could be causing his danger and damage here. Close down. Chair to Kane. Is he onside? Yes, gets across in. Morgan with a free header at back post. Should have scored. Great opportunity for Morgan at back post for QPR, and he doesn't score it. So like I was saying, this community ground, the ground that York are building in real life at the moment, if you go on Google Maps and you search the ground, because I want to do a little walk around the ground as well, really, in the intro, can't do it because the stadium's not there. It's just a pile of mud at the moment on Google Maps. They haven't updated it because I'm not sure if the stadium's actually finished in real life or not, so I knew there was a little bit of a protest or a little bit of a farewell for the York fans because they really liked the bowling ground or something? That was their original stadium. I think they really liked it. No, that's West Ham. What's it called? Oh, I've forgotten what it was called. It's not the bowling ground because that's West Ham. Frick me, I've forgotten what the stadium's called. I had it on the tip of my tongue and now it's gone. We're going to have to ignore it. It's QPR. Build again from midfield. They are doing very, very good so far, aren't they? McFarlane might have to come in and drop in to help in midfield a little bit. Here's Kane. Drop into midfield. Now it's Bradshaw. Finds Morgan. He finds bottom corner. That's his 14th goal of the season. And QPR are 2-0 up in this tie. Oh dear, boys. Oh dear. Concentrate. We're going to have to go to cautious. We're going to have to try and play on the break, because if we go 2-3-0 down here, if we go 3 or more goals down here, we're out of this tie entirely. If we can keep it 2 and then maybe nick a goal later on in this game or early in the next one, we might be able to cause an upset, but at the moment it's not going our way. Saunders out wide to Kington. Can he get the ball into the box? He dawdles on it a little bit too long for my liking. Now he finds Saunders. Now it's into the box. McFarlane back to Saunders. That was all right bit of football, that was the right bit of football, that. Frustrated, anxious. You're meant to be a big game player. You're not meant to get anxious, son. Here's Scott with the ball in. It was Baines. Oh, we've got a goal back in this tie. Lewis Baines with the header. Get in, son. We'll have some of that. Paul Scott with the assist straight from the corner. We did practice set pieces, and it has come. It's paid off for us very well. I don't think we get any more highlights this half. We've scored the goal and then we shut the game down, really. And we've made it pretty much all the way to half-time without any more highlights. I'll take it, to be honest. I'll take it because we looked pretty poor that first half. We've come in and dominated possession ever since. Something's happened to them mentally since we scored that goal. You know what? I expect to see a better showing in the second half, but I'm not super unhappy with the way we're playing. Because it was, it's not exactly easy, this one. You have got the difference. Defence is what has got to win this game. Defence will win it for us. We don't have the firepower to go toe-to-toe with QPR. We have to try and stifle them and then hit them on the counter-attack or set pieces. That is the only way we're really going to do anything against this side. As Kane tackles Kington on his left-hand side right now. Yeah, our defence, if you look at the little stretches where we played really, really well, it was our defence not conceding any goals. I think if you looked at the back end of the table, or back end of the season, we in the 11 games we were unbeaten, we only conceded 8, and we had 6 clean sheets. 6 clean sheets in 11 games is excellent, and it's a big reason of why we did perform very well. And I've been slowly looking through the player ratings and what certain players are doing, and all of our defenders have been very, very solid, including Charlie Oliver, who we've had since the first season in the Vanarama National North. That is quite a few divisions below this, and he's still performing quite well. Here's Morgan with the header to back post. Oh, and they've stuck another one in. It's Connor Shaughnessy. I can't say his name. Sean? Shag? Shug? Shoot? Nessie. Just Nessie. Connor scored. We've defended. We've practiced defending set pieces as well. We've built our own little set pieces for this game, and it's all come undone for us. We need to maybe demand some more out of the boys. Let's see if we can get reaction. There we go. Focused up. I would like to try and have maybe a 1-goal deficit going into theirs, and then we might be able to catch a surprise on the second leg of this, but otherwise it's going to be very, very tricky. Kington to McFarlane. Can we get something going forward? Now, Saunders. Come on, son. You thrive in big matches. Show it. Do something for us. Good little dribble by Saunders. Now he finds McFarlane with a little square pass. Now it's Kington in a little bit of space. Tries to cross, but it's blocked. Another corner. Scott with the ball in. It's in towards Pearce, who headers clean over the crossbar. It's unlucky that. It's unlucky. Fontanelli's not having the greatest of games. He is up against a serious player. Always a highlight. I'm going to let it go and then I'll make my sub. Saunders into the box, doing well. Finds Roper. Oh, that's a left-footed shot. It's tipped over the crossbar. It's a corner. I'm going to ring the changes after this if we score or not. Here is Kington. Ball into the box, in towards McFarlane. Roper will collect. He finds Saunders, who shoots, and then it's blocked, and then it's dug out by QPR, and now it's Chair on the counter-attack. It's probably not Chair, it's probably like Char or something. Here's Samuel. Can he get the ball into the box? Pulls it back to Kane. Now it's blocked. Now it's Nessie. Kane is tackled by Kington, and McFarlane will bring it forward on his left-hand side. And now the highlight ends, and we can make our tactical subs. Who are we going to change? Right, first and foremost, Fontanelli is dead, and he's not having the greatest of games, so Leon Davis is coming on. Despite not enjoying big matches, we're also going to drop McFarlane for Jack. And Roper is nervous, so we're going to bring on Mooney, despite Mooney not being the greatest in these situations. And I have faith in you boys. They have reacted well to that. I don't normally do sub-talks, but in a playoff semi-final first leg, this is probably the right time to be doing them. As we have another corner. Kington with the ball in towards the box. Baines goes up, and it's a good catch and hold by their goalkeeper. Baines was looking for another goal. If you remember all the way back in, I think it was the first season when we got promoted from the Vanarama National North via playoffs, it was our centre-back, Charlie Oliver, who stepped up with 2 goals in one game that really drove us through that competition and got us promoted. So Baines, yet again, has proven that the centre-backs do step up in these big moments. He is another one of the players who actually enjoys big matches, so his rating has reflected that. Same for Saunders as well, actually. Saunders had a 7.2, so he did enjoy that as a big match. He did play quite well, but that is a 3-1 defeat to QPR. Just going to tell the boys that was disappointing. We were not good enough today. And that is that. I'll be back for next episode for the revenge match against QPR in the second leg. Until then, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the little intro thing I've done. I thought it'd be something a little bit different. A little bit Loki-Doki inspired, you could say. And as always, guys, like, subscribe, and peace out.